Good morning and welcome to NOFO Live. Happy Friday. I guess I always start with that, but I'm not very awake this morning. I am away on vacation, so I am going to try to pull it together um, and hop on the show. Welcome to our NOFO Live show where I, Sunita, along with my two co-hosts, Tracy, Miss Tracy Kessler, and Laura and Kelly from NOFO Endless Summer, we hop on every Friday for 30 minutes and we talk about everything North Fork. And like I said at the top of the show, I am away this week. I'm in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and it is hot, hot, hot. As you can see, I'm getting a tan on, and it's beautiful. And I can't, and spending way too much time in the pool, in the ocean, but loving every minute of it. But I can't wait to come back to the North Fork because I'm definitely missing my sunsets. And it feels like there has been a few good ones. I know it's very hot there as well. So I can't wait to come and experience the heat there for myself because I'm one of those people that love summer because when winter comes, I want to remember all of these hot days to sort of keep me warm because winter is coming. Here is very weak as well. So we got multiple issues today, but what's new? Same story all the time. Good morning. How
Good
are you, Kelly?
morning. How are you?
I'm not sure I'm fully awake. I'm trying, but
Is it beautiful there or way too hot?
oh my God, it's way too hot, but it's beautiful. I mean, I'm in a packed house with 21 people and a baby running around.
Oh my
I,
God.
f- I feel like I have no voice left, but it's been such a great week. I mean, I don't want it to end, but I'm definitely missing my sunsets. I want to come back.
Well,
Yes,
your pictures look
dear.
amazing. The house
Oh,
looks great.
Hi.
thank you. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Well, speaking of looking great, I'm sorry I missed the Brick Cove event, but it looked so good. How was it,
It
Tracy?
was it was wonderful. It was so hot, so I was so grateful to everyone who came out. The kids had a blast. We had a free make your own kite set table, and
That's cute.
oh my God, it was so heartwarming to watch these kids. They made their kite. Some of them actually learned how to fly the kite right there. Their parents were showing them. And we had kids
Aw.
running around with kites all over the place. It was so rewarding. Every time someone got a kite up, I was like, it was really great. So we have another one Thursday. So if you guys are around Thursday, 4 to 8, come to Brick Cove. We're going to have
So
more
fun.
fun stuff for everybody to do.
That's
Oh,
Now,
that's
awesome.
Tracy,
cute.
That's
they're not the same every time. It's like different things are happening, right?
Different things. Yep. We're going to
Okay.
have oyster shell painting this time. We've got Nofo Doko's back. We've got Duck Yeah Truck is coming. We've got Pico Oysters. We've got this great band that's 30 people and they're all kids. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so fun.
Is that Kids
That's
Yeah.
Bop?
Okay,
It'll be a great time.
speaking of speak,
What'd you say?
Lauren. I
Oh,
think I think Lauren said is that Kids Bop.
oh no. Yes, but it's going to be very much like Kids Bop. Yes.
That is fun. My kids
Yeah.
love that. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mine
well,
too.
speaking of amazing, let's dive right into something deliciously amazing. Welcome, Lauren. We are so excited to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. I was excited to receive it. Thank you.
We could sing praises about everything you do for 30 minutes. So I'm just going to zip it and let you talk about all the beautiful things you do, the wedding, the store, your kiddos, whatever you want to talk about. The floor is yours.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's still very much events. And I mean, as Tracy knows too, and well, you all know that it's busy out here with events and weddings. And it is my favorite time of year. I love it because I'm, you know,
Lauren,
every
I
event is
want to
different.
hear about how you got started. Was it the market that started first, or were you leaning towards the weddings first?
So basically,
Wait.
my family started a restaurant when they came from Italy. So I grew up in the
Uh-huh.
hospitality business and in the restaurant business. And, we have a catering hall as well. So like I was 12 when that was built. So I was, folding napkins and working the
Oh,
coat
wow.
check, and seeing, wedding after wedding. And I knew that I always loved it. But what I loved the idea more of were events that were not in a, you know, in a hall perhaps, but somewhere where they could be different and be outside and really like a production and making, something beautiful from nothing. So anyway, so what happened was the market space became available, and I just thought it was a good spot to obviously have a presence, on the North Fork. But the intent was always to do events. I mean, I love the market. I love, everything about it. But it's basically two different businesses, which
Hmm.
is
Yeah.
difficult at times.
Of course. Yeah.
So I remember the market before it became Lombardi's Love Lane Market. So I know
Yes.
exactly what you're speaking of.
Yes.
And I was
Yeah.
so happy when you guys first took over and opened because you had, amazing food selections, obviously. And
Mhm.
now it sounds like it's even grown over the years. There's a lot of takeout food available there as well, right? On that counter.
Oh yeah. A lot of people come and go. Something easy to pick up, and even just the catering from the store. I guess there's basically two types of catering. That I specialize in. Whether it's a wedding, and where like I said, it's like a production, and we're cooking there, and we have a cook tent, and there's all that, and then there's catering. That where people are having a dinner party or having a celebration in their backyard, and they just want some pretty platters and good food, and I love doing that as well, and that's from the market itself.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Lauren, I remember when you guys went in there, but I don't remember what year it was. What was the year that you guys?
It was the 2014.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And
Has,
it took
has
me,
your family always lived on the North Fork, or did you guys migrate out?
No. So I grew up in Miller Place, like
Okay.
near Port Jefferson.
Yeah.
And then we just always would come out, like I said, I grew up in the restaurant business, and we would be closed on Mondays. And so every Monday was basically like family day, and we used to always go to Armando's Seafood Barge, which is where Allure is now.
Okay.
It was it was just like a local place to go. And I don't know, I just grew up always remembering going there. Like that, I remember that little rock in front of it, not being able to like sit on it, to get
uh,
on it.
Well,
it's funny how,
I think it's still there. It's like right at the entrance.
yeah.
I remember the Lombardi's name. I grew up in Stony Brook, so the Lombardi's
Oh.
name was like everybody knew all of your different venues, and like every wedding was a Lombardi wedding. So, yeah.
I had my prom. My prom was at the catering hall.
wow.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
so you have such a knack for making your food. Obviously, it's delicious, but also look just out of this world amazing. So, what is your background and how did you get? I mean, I know you said you were always surrounded by food and catering, but how did you go from there to making it look so deliciously good as well? What is your background?
Well, it's always been art in some form. I studied art history in Florence, actually, in Italy. And I think
But
that,
now everything makes sense.
yeah, it does. It definitely I didn't even realize it. You just kind of work and you go to work and things just happen. And now, like, looking back over the years that, the events I've done and the things that I've done, I can see it myself, where things, just how it all just kind of came together. But at the moment, you don't realize it, you just kind of do it. And I love it. And I love making it look beautiful. But I definitely think that plays a part, the Renaissance art of it all, just how food is. I just look at food being, naturally beautiful, and I don't know.
And now, Lauren,
Just,
do you have a favorite wedding or event that you've done? Can you recall your favorite?
oh my gosh, I can't. I don't know. I really, really loved catering this past June at Sylvester Manor, their
Okay.
farm to table fundraiser. it
Uh-huh.
was like I've always wanted to attend the event. Like over the years, I've
Hmm.
always kind of it's been on my radar, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to go to that, but I always have a wedding to cater or
Right, right.
work, so I can't go.
Uh-huh.
And so this year they had asked me to cater it, and I was like, yes, I'd be honored to. And it was just a beautiful evening. I just was so happy because I don't know, it just meant a lot to me to be involved in it.
I saw the photos and they looked gorgeous.
It was a good event, but
Mm.
but I love them all, and I always tell my brides like, I can't believe how every wedding is just different, and we use, I use the same rental company most of the time, and so it's like the same products for the
Hmm.
most part, but like every bride just has a totally
Different
different
spin.
vision, and it all comes together differently. I mean, Tracy, too,
Yeah.
just like,
Oops, I think we lost Lauren there for a second. Did we
sorry,
lose you?
of course my battery is dying, but I'll be
Oh
okay.
no.
I'm in the
So
car.
Lauren,
I'm in the car because I'm actually getting my kitchen redone, which is exciting.
Nice,
yes.
It's really
nice.
exciting. So of course today they started drilling. It was like 8:48, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm in the car.
No
So
worries.
Lauren, speaking of the kitchen, so are you the actual chef do you actually cook the food or how does that work?
So no, so I have a team. Thank goodness I have a great
Okay.
team, and I have a team that does my off-premise events with me, and cooks there with me, and then I have a team at the market too. But I'm as far as I went to culinary school. I went to the French Culinary Institute, and I mean, I'm more overseeing everything, whether
Yeah.
it's making the menu and just making sure, everything's perfect,
Well,
especially for the wedding.
at the scale that you're doing things at, I can only imagine that you have a pretty robust team around you helping do
Yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I have to say one of my favorite memories of being in the Loveland Market, because it took me a few years, by the way, to figure out that you have a floor, and now I can't stop looking at it every time I go in. But it did take me a couple of
I'm
years to look
obsessed with
down.
the floor. I love the floor.
Yes.
I love the
But
floor.
one of my favorite memories is when you, and this goes back to how a lot of the Norfolk businesses really do collaborate. When you had Melissa Hyatt, the watercolor artist, and she did a watercolor class, but
Yes.
it was a food and painting pairing. And you guys made fried artichokes, and there were a couple of other courses of
Yes.
nibbles, and all the ingredients that were used were put on the table, and then everybody got to pick whatever they wanted to paint.
Wow.
And of course, there were like the front row people that picked the artichokes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really? We're gonna paint an artichoke now?
Yeah.
And I took a sprig of thyme and I painted it. It was, but between the food and the watercolor, it was such a fun evening.
Lauren, can you
Um,
do that again? That
I
sounds
was just
very
gonna
nice.
say, I was just gonna say, even like when I was like finishing culinary school when the concept of the market started coming together, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do cooking classes, and I'm gonna do all these workshops, and I'm gonna do this and that, and
well,
I was like,
I'm lucky.
yeah, with the events, the
Yes.
events, and of course 2 kids now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard, but we can definitely. I just need a little help. Someone like you saying, "All right, let's pick a date.
Well,
Let's put it
frankly,
on the calendar."
I didn't know many people at the North Fork because this is back in the day, and I signed up for it individually. And most people there were in groups or at least had somebody that they came with. But it was such a fun evening, and I got to mingle, and I actually made a couple of friends that night. So I think events like that really do promote, the community and just having fun. And it's one of my favorite events to date.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
I
That's
mean,
I
there
love
was
the
food.
idea.
yeah.
I
Food.
love the
Food.
idea.
It always makes it a little more fun. Yeah, and some wine. Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember the
really?
wine. I'm not a big drinker, but the food, I remember the fried artichokes, and there were a couple other things I can't remember, but I certainly remember those.
Yeah.
I just love going into the market and just picking up things that I normally wouldn't ever pick up, and like just trying them out at home. And then, of course, my husband is obsessed with like the deli section, and he just wants every kind of fancy meat there is. So we just love going in there and picking different things. And my kids got in on it the last time we were there. My daughter picked up a big jar of Nutella, which is her favorite, and then my
Oh my.
son was like the biggest bag of like crazy shaped pasta he could find.
Yeah.
So
But is that
I always used to have my friends come in on the train to Mattituck so that then the first thing we hit was Lombardi's Market.
Oh my
And it was like
goodness.
a perfect like intro into the North Fork.
yes, yes,
Uh,
stock
well,
up
it's
for the
definitely
weekend.
it's well stocked with curated, lots of good stuff. I know you also carry the Jamesport sourdough bread in
Uh,
case someone's looking for that.
yes,
hmm
that's
hmm
so good. My husband's
Our
like, stop bringing this bread home, and now I just keep it in my car.
our new thing is that we'll get the bread and then we'll go to the deli and get stuff for paninis, and we just like make paninis all weekend long. That's our new. We
Oh,
just experiment with all different kinds of meats and cheeses from the deli section, and then we get the sourdough bread and just eat it the whole weekend.
That sounds
it's
amazing.
amazing. It's amazing.
We need
Well,
to
the
get the
bait.
sourdough family on.
Oh,
Yes.
we need
Oh,
Anna on
awesome.
for sure. Yes.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would be fun. That
Yep.
I would. I'm sure they'd love to do that. That would be
Yes.
really fun.
Yeah, and her,
All
I
of
mean,
them.
Anna's a great baker, but it sounds like her son is an excellent baker at this point too, because
Yeah.
he bakes the bread. Slow Food East End has this Flour Power program where every 2 weeks we bake 4 loaves and donate them to a food pantry. So he and his friends from his little elementary school bake our bread, and it's like,
That's so
wow,
cute.
yes,
So
yes.
That's
So
cute.
amazing.
we need to have
Only
them
on
on
the
for
North
sure,
Fork.
for
It's
sure.
definitely a whole family affair.
Yes.
Yes,
I
yes.
don't
Yeah,
know if
she's
you
getting
guys saw
the.
Tilly's face.
Yeah, she's getting so
She's getting
big.
so big. When she first came on, she normally doesn't like look at the screen, but when she first came on, she was like,
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
so happy to
extremely
see you
excited. I saw
guys.
that.
She was so excited. Can you say
Maybe
hi
it's all
to
the
me?
food talk. Is she ready for
They,
solids?
Yeah, well, we've been eating oatmeal, and
Oh,
I'm ready to start giving her solids. So maybe it was all the food talk. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, so
Yeah.
so cute.
So,
Thank
So
you.
cute.
Lauren, I have a question about the catering. Obviously, you said at Lombardi's Love Lane Market, you can pick up ready to go food or have catering, and then you do Lombardi's wedding. But the Lombardi's wedding is for large scale weddings, or do you also cater for small scale parties? How does that work?
Yeah. So I mean, I really we do it all. I mean, as far as when the weddings is more where we're cooking there. Like we have a cook tent. I have a big box truck. We pull up, everything's prepped, and we cook there. Like I wouldn't do that scale for
Got it.
obviously,
Got it.
an intimate dinner or a small cocktail party. But in that respect, if it's something small, basically I work with the client and like I said, I have a great team and we could come to your kitchen and do a little dinner party, utilizing, your kitchen and execute it there. So,
And
I
what?
think
Amazing.
that's unique though, Lauren, because in my 25 years in the event industry, I feel like most caterers are either or. They're either
yes.
small, intimate in your house, or they're large scale wedding and catering. So the fact that you offer both is really great.
Mhm.
It's really because I have a hard time saying no. I tell the
Well,
girls at the market, I'm like, don't let me answer the phone because if I answer the phone, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that sounds great. All right. Yes. It's on the calendar. I'll be there. 10
But
people.
Lauren, even small things like the beautiful charcuterie board that you made for my little cousin's picnic that I had back in October, like it's just the most beautiful board with such beautiful variety, and the flowers and the olives and everything is just presented so wonderfully that nobody could do it themselves at home and try and run a party and try and get all that stuff done. So having you like as like in their back pocket, like I know that whatever Lauren brings me for my event or whatever is going to look gorgeous is like the best thing.
Well, even I've even seen pictures of takeout boxes you're making for people to take little cheese platters on their boats, and I'm like, even
Yeah.
Oh
that
my god.
looks gorgeous.
Yes.
I mean, it's important to me, you know, and it's just do, you know, just make things that don't make people happy like that, you know. I want
Right.
everyone to be happy and really,
No.
you know, really make a difference to whatever party
Aw.
they're planning,
Well,
whether, like I said, it's a 10 person or it's your wedding. You know, the weddings are, you know, it's all beautiful, and it's just nice to be able to celebrate. And I think that's the same thing with, you know, across the board in the North Fork. I feel like we're all doing something to, like, you know, celebrate our passions and bring people together, you know, whether it's baking bread or anything that you ladies do. It's really what you know, the core of everything that you do as well. Just bringing people together.
Yeah.
I
I
bring the
see
food.
our friend Eileen here said that you catered a party of 75 for her father-in-law's 90th, and it was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aw.
that's awesome.
I'm sure you run into people all the time that are like, remember that time that you did my party and it was so great?
well,
How did you know that?
what a wonderful business to be in, though, where you're spreading so much happiness and being a part of their special day. I mean, that's such a wonderful feeling, I'm sure, to go home with.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah, the party. They had an engagement and they got married, and then they were at this wedding. So it was nice to see them. Yeah.
So let's kick off our 5 same questions, different perspective, and talk about the North Fork and this amazing community that we live in. So
Okay.
if you were going to invite us, especially since we're talking about food, if you were going to invite us to lunch other than the market, where would you invite us to meet you for lunch or dinner?
All right. Lunch. I would say Barrow Food House.
Okay.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love their lunch. I love everything that they do. They're so cute. The family oriented. Just everything about it is awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to choose, of course.
Yes.
So many good places,
You
but
don't, you don't have to choose. What you could say is, I would offer to make a picnic lunch, and then we would meet at a beach, and the three of us could do delicious. You don't have to choose. You really don't.
that's that's always a picnic. A picnic is always in my vision somewhere. That's no
So
So,
now, Lauren, of course you have your own beautiful things in the market, but is there a farm stand that you like to frequent?
I
really
think we lost her there.
love.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost her.
Lauren, you'll have to repeat because you were spinning in Wi-Fi land. I mean, it wouldn't be a
Well, I
show
was
if
gonna
we
say
didn't have tech
let's guess
issues.
what she's gonna say.
Oh, remember when we
Oh,
played the guessing game with, I don't even
Yes,
remember who the guest was,
it
but
was
it
with
took us,
DC Benny. It
oh
was
my
with DC
God,
Benny.
we need to, yes, we'll just, oh wait, I have a, Lauren, wait, she hopped out and is coming right back on, I think.
Okay.
so
Or
let's guess while she's gone. My guess is let's
what's in Mattituck?
Wowak. That's like right by Evan M Vineyard. That one
You
that's just like a pop up stand.
We're guessing what you would say. I'll say KK's because they provide a lot of greens and produce for catering.
I was gonna say Seps because they have such a large offering. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, Lauren, what were you going to say about Farm Stand? Are you
Uh-oh.
back?
The world will never know.
Hey, but girl,
can you hear me?
yes.
Oh, okay, I'm back. So
So
You're kind of back. You're kind
so
of
I
not
have
back
like
too.
So, I mean, Sangli, I love Sangli, and I love Jamesport Farmstead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's by me.
Yes, I love it. I mean, I love. Well, of course, I need to pick up flowers while I'm at the farm
Mm.
stand. So, I love all the flowers that Sangli grows because sometimes they make bouquets and they'll be like, like onion blossom or beautiful like
Edible
rosemary.
bouquets. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Like it's always tucked in there, like so delicately, where like you don't know if it's like a flowering herb or a flower. So I appreciate that, and I love that. So
Okay, so
yeah,
when you make this delicious picnic that we're going to be enjoying,
yes.
will it be accompanied by some wine or beer, or if would this said picnic be in a vineyard?
I say yeah. Let's definitely do a vineyard.
So are they wines you enjoy locally?
There you go. There you go. We were doing so good.
Okay.
Am I cutting out?
I think you've
Oh,
named. You cut out a little bit. What was your last question? I heard you say
I was saying,
Roseville. I heard you say Courteau.
have you been to Meadowlark?
I
no.
I haven't
have,
been
but
yet.
I went before they opened, so I haven't seen it in all its glory. But that is such a perfection. Picnic at Meadowlark. I am calling
Yes,
Gabriella after we hang up. See if we
Yeah.
can
yes.
make it happen.
They actually we cater a picnic. You can book
Oh,
it with a picnic.
Oh
oh my
Ooh.
wow.
God! Yes. When I
It's
said
like
that,
my
actually,
dream.
that's what I. Yes.
It was like my dream come true when they asked, can you cater
Love
a
that.
picnic?
I
Awesome.
love it.
Gabriella Macari, can you hear us now? That's perfect. How about we did food already, right?
We
Okay.
did food. We didn't
How about
sunset.
sunset or sunrise?
Yes.
I mean, I know you work nonstop and you have young kids, right? Congratulations. I know you have a new addition to your family as well. How do you wake up early for a sunrise or do you catch a sunset? And do you have any secret spots to share? Are you back? Are you
They
still?
will remain a secret
They will
forever
remain
and
a
ever.
secret. Well, I got that. I got that mama needs to sleep in with little kids. That part I
Yeah.
got.
And now I can't hear Kelly.
Kelly's on mute.
I was on mute because my
Okay.
kids decided to come in the room and I'm
Okay.
talking away.
Well, Lauren seems to be hopping on and off, but I do want to hear this answer. So let's see. It's a
I
shame.
think
I
I
mean,
was saying when I was on mute, I think that this was Lauren's ploy. She's like, let me not tell them all of my secrets because
Secrets?
everyone wants to know all the beautiful things that I do. So
well, I think we've revealed the secrets a few times,
I'm
and
so sorry. I don't know what happened.
it's
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 okay.
it's
Is
it's
this
the
what
wife.
happens on the North Fork when people do this?
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna blame my kids who just randomly decided to come in here. I don't
This
know.
is the live portion of NoFo Live.
Yeah,
That's it. And that's it. And we've had discussions on how perhaps we want to change this, but this is so much fun. Why would we?
Right.
no, there's nothing to be embarrassed of.
Oh, please don't apologize. If we don't
Yeah.
have Wi-Fi issues, then it's no fun. So, but squeeze
Yeah.
in and but shout out your answer anytime you feel like it.
Yeah. So definitely the sunset, low tide bar. I mean, you're right on the beach.
Yeah.
I
That's my
try to
new
go during
favorite.
the week. I usually during the week I have a little me time. So until the weekends
Awesome.
come. So yeah,
That's
yeah. But it's definitely the sunset, not the sunrise.
Got it. Got it.
Well, Lauren, you are such a big part of the North Fork community, but tell us why you love it so much, why you chose to set roots here.
It's really just the passion that I think everyone has, whether it, even if you don't have a business and you live here, it's just, everyone's just so passionate about everything North Fork, our neighbors, our community, our the businesses, and and the people that do have a business. Like I've just never seen it anywhere else where people are just so passionate about what they do and love what they do, and it's like contagious, and it just makes you want to be better at what you do, and enjoy life. And there's just so much beauty out here in food and in everything else.
Well, thank
Well
you,
said.
Lauren, for adding to the beauty that we have around here, because keep posting those photos. I'm waiting to be invited to a local wedding so I can experience your beautiful creations, delicious creations, I should say, in person. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, the best way to reach you is through Love Lane Market or through Lombardi Weddings. Say that again, Lauren.
I can speak from personal experience. Lauren answers messages on both Lombardi's Love Lane and Lombardi's Market. So she's the one running both of those Instagram accounts.
Awesome.
Good.
Well, enjoy your weekend, ladies. I can't wait to do